Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome my YouTube family to our new day with a new video. The topic of today is very important. And how is it important? Because we are going to discover how much time we should give to writing, listening, reading and speaking. Because it is very common problem, and I know that most of us are not giving the equal distribution of time, and they are giving the wrong distribution of time to writing, listening, speaking and writing. These are the four parts, the four pillars of English language learning. If you want to speak English fluently, you have to learn listening, writing, reading and speaking. But most of us neglect the most important part of how much time you should dedicate to these four parts of learning English language. We are going to discover this topic, and this is very important topic. Before diving into the topic, I want to make you clear about the concept of consumption and creation. Yes, dear audience, this concept is very important to understand. What is consumption? Consumption is what we consume. For example, we eat food for our body, for the nourishment of our body. But what we consume and what we eat for our mental health, it is called consumption. It is called consumption. For example, and creation is to create new thing. To invent new thing, that is called creation. And how we can apply this thing? Because these four things, out of these four, reading and listening are consumption. Be focused. Reading and listening are consumption, because we consume the knowledge, information, vocabulary, sentence structure, sentence formation, each and everything, pronunciation, how to pronounce the words, by reading and listening. We get advancement in our knowledge by these two skills, reading and listening. Just focus. These are two consumptions. It is called consumption, and consumption is just like fuel to our machinery. If we have fuel in our brain will be capable to create. And now what is creation? When we write something or when we speak something, it is called creation. Now what is, these two things are very important. Consumption is important and creation is also important. But should we give what kind of time to reading, to consumption and creation? And do you observe that most of the time we consume the things, we consume more than create. We consume in the form of TED Talks, TV shows, news, watching movies, each and everything. We consume even by reading the pamphlet. We consume even by reading the outer side of a book, of matchbox, of any eatable thing. We are consuming every time, either by active listening or either by passive reading or listening, but we are consuming every time. But do you think we create every time? We are creating constantly? No, we are not creating constantly. This is the biggest thing. Now, creation consists of two parts, writing and speaking. You have to prioritize which thing is more important. Your writing is more important or your speaking is more important. If you want to get a new job in a multinational company or international company, if you want to have good grade or if you want to secure good marks in your interview, in any interview, you have to polish your speaking skills in English. It's a reality. Admit this. I know this is very important. So writing can be secondary, but speaking is very important. If you want to speak, if you want to get advancement in your job, in your interview, in a multinational company, or if you are traveling to a foreign country, you have to speak in English. So We have prioritized that speaking is more important than writing. But here comes the problem. We are not giving and much time to our speaking. Just imagine, just question yourself that how much time we are dedicating in a day to our speaking skills, to our creation, to create new ideas, to create question, to create a short story, or to create a new day. How was your day? How is your day? How was your experience? Are you narrating all these things in English? Are you practicing your creation time? Certainly not. You are ignoring the most important part of this language learning, and that is creation. You have more consumption than creation. Just analyze. If you are constantly adding fuel to a machinery, to an engine, but you are not using that, you are not consuming that, you are not using that, what would happen? It would overflow and it would damage the machinery. The same case happens with our brain. If we are just consuming in the form of listening and in the form of reading, we are consuming a lot of knowledge. But the problem arises when you can't practice, when you do not create. So you find problems when you have your conversation with anyone, with audience. You get stuck, you might fumble, you get afraid, people might laugh at you. All these problems get and may arise because of your non-practice behavior, because you are not giving a proper time to your speaking skills. You are speaking by chance when you by chance meet someone, but you are not practicing, you are not creating, you are not speaking at regular basis. This function, this part should be emphasized, and you should give importance to this part so that you may not face such kind of problems, because consumption is important but creation is more important. So you should have to create more than consume. Create on the daily basis, create ideas. You have to speak about your daily routine. You have to speak about what you like, about your past, about your present, about your plans of future, anything you can plan. But you have to create, because creation is the most important part of English language learning. Hope you have understood what is creation, what is consumption, and how it is related to English language learning. So, till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.